Of all the things our culture tells us to care about, fitness, nutrition, skincare, mental performance, very few people talk about emotional health. Not really, not in a way that's honest. Because emotional health isn't about appearing calm or knowing how to give great advice or meditating twice a day. It's about how you relate to yourself and how you feel your feelings, how you see your pain without trying to run from it. So today I want to walk you through 10 things emotional healthy people know how to do. These aren't traits you are born with, they are skills and they can be practiced, okay? Every one of them. So let's dive in. First one, they know how to listen to their pain. Emotionally healthy people don't ignore pain, they listen to it. Emotional discomfort is a message. It's telling you something's off, something's out of alignment. Most of us learn to shut it down, like we are told to stay positive or toughen up, but pain isn't weakness, okay? Pain is wisdom in disguise. When you learn to sit with it, to ask what it's trying to tell you, you stop being controlled by it. You stop running from yourself, and that's where everything starts to shift. Second one, they observe thoughts without identifying with them. Okay? Here's the truth. You are not your thoughts. You are not your feelings. You are the one watching those thoughts. You are the one experiencing those feelings. Emotional, healthy people know that thoughts are just passing weather. Okay? Some are helpful, some aren't. Like, you don't have to believe everything you think. And when you can't let a thought go, that's a sign too. It means something in you is trying to get your attention. So don't judge it, just listen. Third one, they see their own shadows in others. You love in others what you love in yourself. And you hate in others what you haven't accepted in yourself. That's the mirror, that's the work. Emotional healthy people use every annoyance, every frustration as a way to grow. They stop blaming others and they start getting curious about their own reactions. Why does that person trigger me? What part of myself am I rejecting right now? Once you see that clearly, you stop giving other people so much power. You start owning your experience, okay? Fourth one, they know the difference between loving something and loving the idea of it. So many of our desires are actually coping mechanisms, like we want a relationship because we feel unworthy without it. We want a job because we think success will fix our shame. Emotional healthy people ask, why do I want this? Is it solving a problem I made up in my head, or is it something truly aligned with who I am? Because when you know the why behind your desire, you stop chasing things that were never meant to fulfill you. Fifth one, they know when it's time to break up with a friend. Not every friendship lasts forever, and that doesn't make it a failure. Emotional healthy people know the difference between working through a rough patch and carrying something that's already expired. If someone is jealous, controlling, dismissive, you don't own them access to your life. Love doesn't always mean staying. Sometimes love means letting go. Like, they know that guilt isn't a reason to stay stuck, and that peace is worth more than proximity. Sixth one, they live simply and mindfully. Emotional healthy people live with intention. They don't chase more just to feel more. They understand that no physical thing, no car, house, outfit, upgrade can fill a void that's emotional. So they keep what matters. They let go of what doesn't. They are not interested in impressing people. They are interested in feeling well. They find satisfaction in what already is. And that is real abundance. Seventh one, they can be alone. Okay, solitude is where you meet yourself. It's where your emotions have space to breathe. Emotional healthy people aren't afraid of that. They seek it out not because they hate people, but because they value clarity. When you are alone, you are not performing. You are not filtering. You are just there. And if you can't be alone with yourself, it's a sign you are still running from something inside. That's okay, but don't ignore it, okay? Alone time is the doorway to emotional peace. Eighth one, they let themselves feel. This might be the most important one. Like, emotional healthy people don't try to numb every uncomfortable feeling. They don't see sadness as a problem. They don't treat anxiety like a failure. They know that emotions aren't permanent. They are waves. Like, you ride them out, you learn from them. It's not the feeling that hurts you, it's the resistance to the feeling. They let themselves cry, grieve, get angry, feel joy, feel love, and they feel fully, and that's what keeps them free. Ninth one, they don't attach to one right outcome. Emotional healthy people know trying to control life is a losing game. You can plan, you can prepare, but clinging to one outcome, that's a recipe for suffering. Instead, they stay open. They know that what looks like a loss might be a redirection. They trust the process. They trust themselves to adapt, and that makes them resilient. They don't need life to be perfect. They need it to be true. 10th one, they see the value in every experience. Life isn't about what you achieve, it's about who you become. Emotional healthy people know that everything, every height, every heartbreak, every mistake is part of the curriculum. It's not about winning, it's about learning and healing and growing. There are no wasted experiences, only lessons you haven't seen yet. So they stop labeling everything as good or bad. They ask instead, what did this teach me? And that perspective changes everything. So emotional health isn't something you are born with, it's something you build. Not by being perfect, but by being honest, by listening to yourself, by choosing awareness over avoidance, presence over protection, growth over comfort. And every time you do that, you get closer to peace. And this was the message of today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And that's it. I see you in the next video. Bye.